Okay, when I was in the club the other night, I promised a few people to show them how to replace a face in Photoshop. So here we have a picture I've just taken down off the internet, and here I have a picture of myself. So I'll start with this image here, and I'll just press Ctrl J and make a copy. So now you can see over here I have a duplicate of that image. So I go back now to my image and get the lasso tool, and all I want to do is cut out very roughly my face. So I press Ctrl C to copy it. I'll go back then to the other image and press Ctrl V, and my face comes up on a new layer. So now what we're going to do is try and get it over the other face as best we can. So if I bring down the opacity so that I can see through it, so I can see where I'm going, I press Ctrl T to transform, and I will resize this because it's slightly the wrong size. So if you hold down Shift when you're resizing, it keeps the image correct, and you won't end up looking fatter or thinner. So what I usually look for is the eyes here, because I can see if I can line the eyes up, I'm roughly right. So if I go out here now and I put that down over this, you can see that I'm nearly there at that. So we'll just put the eyes in there and we go okay. So now if I bring back up the opacity, see where I am, and I'll use the eraser tool. Now use the eraser tool with with the hardest setting up to 100%. You want to make a very clean cut of this, so we'll just take out everything we don't need here. We'll leave in his collar, and I'll take his forehead. It's roughly the same as mine anyway, and he's got a fine head of hair compared to me, but anyway. Down along here. Okay, so we're roughly there. If I press Ctrl T again, we can just make small adjustments if we need to, and just have a look and see where you think that's going to sit the best on the face that you put down there, and it's probably somewhere around there. That looks fairly okay. Now as you can see, the skin tones are completely different, so we have to fix all that. So if I go back to the layer 2, you can see here, press Control, click on it, I can select just my face. So the next thing I want to do is just make a little selection in a bit from there, so that I can use that to blend into the underlying layer. So if I go to selection, I'll invert the selection, and then selection again, modify and expand. Say about 5 or 6 pixels will be fine. So you can see it just went in there. So I'll go select and invert it back again. Now what I want to do is go down to this layer here underneath. I'll just turn off this layer, you can see this layer underneath, and click on it and press delete. So if I turn off the underlying layer and the top layer, you can see I've just cut out his face. So we're going to blend this one down through this layer. So if I turn them all back on again, so we'll select the top layer, hold down Control, so now you have the 2 layers, and then go up and go down to Auto Blend, leave it on Panorama, it's fine, and press OK. Okay, so now you can see it's after blending in fairly okay. So I press Control D to take away my selection. I usually press Shift, Control, Alt and E, and this will make a stamp of where we are so far. Now you can see it did a very good job of this, but you'll need to maybe, this is a bit dark here, so we might need to just dodge and burn this a small bit. So we'll just dodge this up a bit here because it's a bit dark there, I think. But all in all, it's there. Usually from here I like to put something over it to make it all the same, and I'd usually do that by going back into Camera Raw. And we might do something just as simple as bringing up the shadows a bit, maybe the clarity a small bit, and even sometimes I sharpen it, so it puts an overall sharpness over the image, so everything gets kind of dragged up the same. Bit of noise reduction maybe, bit of vignette. We might even just bring it up a small bit here so it's a bit brighter, and we'll go okay. So there you go. All in all, Pretty good. I mean, we've gone from this this image here to this image. Okay, thank you, and I'll post this up and you can all have a go.